And in 2021, I'm really gonna focus on nutrition. My body like really needs this, but also going into the new year, going into like a new transition in my life. Welcome back to Full Soul Wellness. I am Marian, and today is a long-awaited video for myself that I am so excited that I can create because I lost 100 pounds. So, I officially lost 100 pounds, over 100 pounds. I just got on the scale. And the number said over 100 pounds that I've lost since I moved to Africa. I just text a few of my friends and my family. I'm about to call my auntie. So let me go. So if you're new to this channel, let me just give you a quick background of who I am. I am born and raised from Los Angeles, California, but I have been living in East Africa for the last year, Tanzania, in a city called Dar es Salaam. I came to Tanzania on a journey of my own personal healing and wellness. 2020 was a tough year, I'm sure, for everybody with the pandemic and everything. And for me, one of my greatest fears is like not being able to travel or feeling stuck or feeling like you don't have freedom. And how I kind of dealt with that was I was emotionally eating, which led me to gain weight rapidly. Now, even before 2020, I had already been on an incline of gaining weight. I had never been as heavy as I was when I landed here in Tanzania. But I had already started gaining weight, and it just seemed like everything I knew what to do to lose weight wasn't working. And it was pretty frustrating. All I can say is this year has been challenging, and I feel like I haven't accomplished any of my health and like weight loss goals at all, just because every time I would start, I would stop and just be stressed and stress eating, frustrating. But I just told myself that, you know what, Mare, like it's cool, just get to Africa. Once you're there, you can work on yourself. Right now, you're kind of just trying to get to where you want to be, so just let it be what it is. And that's what I did, and I was literally at a rock bottom, and the scale topped over 330 pounds, like a lot. And yeah, I had to let go of like shame and just, guilt for even allowing that to happen to my body. But we're here now. So in this last year, since I have lived in Tanzania, I really have been focusing on my own wellness and healing, like I said. And one of the biggest pluses of being here for me is the ability to rest. And when you rest, you heal. When you heal, you're just gonna be better. So this last year, I would say I lost 100 pounds kind of effortlessly, because I've been on other weight loss journeys where it was really focused a lot on what you're supposed to focus on is nutrition and working out, but I focus mostly on nutrition and rest. Not to say that I didn't work out, because I did, but I wasn't in the gym like 6 days a week. I wasn't training like hardcore. So I just allowed myself to live, enjoy. I gave myself a kind of I told myself that I was going to eat 80% plant-based, 20% whatever I wanted. Now, did I 100% stick to that? I'm not sure, but it was close, because everything that I bring in my apartment is gonna be plant-based. I haven't cooked any meat since I moved here. The weight just started falling off, like January, my first month here in Tanzania, which was so hot, and it's freaking hot here, I lost 15 pounds just from probably sweating, just from being here, just getting used to the climate and the walking and just the lifestyle change. Also, I would say the access to fresh fruits and vegetables, coconut water, even the meat here is just healthier than what we're used to in the States. A big thing for me, a big trigger for me through emotional eating was fast food. To be able to just drive through the fast food and just get something really quick, and you're like, oh, this is only gonna be like this is my last meal. This is the last meal like that. And then you're back there 3 hours later with another order. That was me. And I was like going to Whole Foods, right? Buying all this expensive, healthy food and wouldn't eat it because all I wanted was, my body was craving junk food because of how toxic I was, but also mentally, physically, emotionally, what was going on in the world. I just wanted junk food. And in the States, you know, they add all these extra additives and GMOs and all these things to make you addicted to fast food. You start to crave, you know, the fries, the burgers, milkshakes, this, that. It was just like, I would crave it. Doesn't matter how much I worked out, how much I did this, did that. I couldn't stop eating unhealthy because I was ultimately trying to fill a void. And that's my vice. Everybody has their own thing. Some people have issues with alcohol, some people with drugs, sex, money, clothes, I don't know. But my thing is like food. So if I'm not in my best self, my happiest, I'm probably gonna be being sad. So with that, automatically I gained weight pretty rapidly over, you know, the last few years. And since I moved to Tanzania, I really made the intention on like having a year of rest and ease and just allowing myself to do whatever I wanted to do, not really put too much pressure on me, even with the weight. And I just implemented what I knew about nutrition, what I knew about healing, what I knew about even in fasting. I just implemented those things and the weight started to just come off. And it was a slow process, but it was happening. And yeah, I'm like, it feels good to just be in a better mental, physical, emotional state. And that's what this last year in Tanzania has done for me. Yeah, so a big part of weight loss, again, is going to be nutrition. So like I said, I did allow myself to that 80% of just kind of eating really healthy, nutritious foods, and then, you know, opening up to eating whatever I wanted, or meat, or this or that, or like if I wanted ice cream, I'm gonna eat the ice cream. My go-to, this is weird, some people judge me, my go-to, like, if I want to be like bad, quote quote, is chips and chocolate. Like, I love sweet and salty, that's like my go-to. Lay's chips, I know. Lay's chips and like dark chocolate or caramel dark chocolate is my favorite. So I just allow myself to have it instead of beating myself up and being like, no, you have to eat 100% clean or you're gonna get on the way back. And I've been on other weight loss journeys where I was like, maybe 5 years ago, I was vegan and I was very, 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 very strict. I was working out 6 days a week. I was eating like 6 meals a day, which all of it is fine because the results were phenomenal, but I just felt very restricted and I felt like this, for me, it wasn't sustainable. So I needed to do something that was more sustainable. But weight loss and losing weight wasn't like my main focus. It was just like living, being, enjoying, creating, loving, whatever. It was more of like being in the moment than like focus on like how much weight did I lose this week, how much this. And I will say I was monitoring my weight just to see the progress, but I wasn't like obsessing over what I was eating when I work out, all those things. And there's nothing wrong with that because every journey has, you know, a different path. But for me, it was really focused on like, let me do some deep healing work. Let me just, you know, let some stuff go. And I will say, you know, you can lose weight anywhere in the world, but your environment does help. Coming to this beautiful country where it's constantly sunny, you have coconut trees everywhere, like the ocean is right there, you know, even the way that they display fruits and vegetables is just so gorgeous and beautiful, and it's cheap, and it's just like, it feels like paradise at times, not 100%. But it is. I mean, I've always said that Tanzania is a jewel of a country, so that it became easy to just love on yourself and treat yourself nice by what you put in your body. So yeah, the weight just started coming off, and I did incorporate fasting. I'm huge on fasting. I love to fast. I'm kind of like a fasting nerd. So I would do, you know, maybe one day a week I wouldn't eat anything for 24 hours. I would just drink water, or I would do like 3-day fast, or, you know, I'm trying to think the longest. I didn't do many long-term fasts last year. Maybe like 5 days was the longest I did. I did incorporate dry fasting as well. Dry fasting is no food, no water, kind of like what they do for Ramadan during the day, but I would just go 24 hours. That's one of the fastest ways to heal your body. So I would just incorporate what I knew as far as healing, because there were deeper things going on in my body. Like I had some issues with my reproductive system. I mean, I had got so heavy that, you know, my flow wasn't coming. When I got here, it was like not there, and then it came and just wouldn't leave, and then it was just a mess. So it took a while to kind of get my hormones back to balance. As I was dropping the weight, my body was rebalancing itself. So that felt good, because I never had any of those kind of issues before, and that's kind of scary, you know, like you don't realize how much damage. It's not just the physical appearance of the weight on your body, but it's like, what is it doing on the inside of you? You know, it manifests in other areas. So to me, that was a win. You know, like what do they call it? Like a non-scale win. It was a win to kind of get my body back into balance. Another benefit in this last year, my skin just has been, it's not where I want it to be, but it is glowing again. It is healthy. I feel good about myself. My hair has like been just thriving here, just the weather, just the food, everything. So, you know, when you really focus on your own wellness, when you really focus on like how can you be the best version of yourself, it shows up in all those ways. So and as far as working out, I did work out, but I wasn't hardcore with that. I think the first month I got to Tanzania, I think I joined the gym for 2 months. But I definitely was not working out hard. It was hard because I was so big. It was just like hard to work out. But I walked a lot. I rested a lot, and I just enjoyed. And I would say like over the months as the weight was coming off, I would do more walks. I live like maybe like a mile and a half from a nice beach, so I would walk to the beach in the evenings, and I would do like, you know, get my miles in. I would and then periodically throughout the year I would go to the gym, you know, for a month or two, but it wasn't consistent. So now that we're here, I still have more weight to lose because I was so big and I have a certain goal in mind for myself. So, but I have about 15% of my overall weight. 15% of my overall, how much I weigh? 15% of my heaviest weight I have to lose still. So that is still a significant amount. And now that I'm at this place, okay, I lost 100 pounds. Now I'm really focused on like how I want my body to look. Really kind of like adding on muscle, recompositioning my body, changing the fat to muscle. Pretty much is a big goal for me this year, and I want to kind of physically be at my best, strongest, fittest. That is a huge goal for me. So I'm really gonna put more effort into nutrition and working out so I can build muscle and just be more lean. Because I could get to my goal weight now, still doing what I'm doing over the next, I don't know, 6 months, 9 months, but my body won't be physically what I want it to be. It won't look physically how I want it to look, I should say, because I won't be adding on muscle. Muscle on women look really nice when you do it right, because it just gives you all the nice curves and it just tightens everything up. So that is the journey that I'm on now. I'm on this journey of like getting to my goal, get it right. So I plan on documenting that because I haven't really documented what I've been doing, the whole weight loss journey over this last year, mainly because I'm shy and this is personal. But I figured that one, help me stay accountable, but I'm sure it'll probably help somebody else who's on the same journey. So the plan is working out, nutrition, and fasting. So I kind of have my little schedule that I've created for myself that I will be following, and taking the next 6 months to pretty much lose around like 45 pounds is the goal. And I don't know if I will completely lose the 45 pounds, but maybe it'll be like 35 and then add on 20 pounds of muscle. So pretty much I'm trying to get my body fat percentage to a certain number, and that is how I want my body to look and add on muscle. So I have another channel that I'm going to focus really on that journey, and I'm going to be uploading weekly what I'm eating, what I'm doing, just all the things that come to weight, and I'll be showing my weight, all those things. So the link is below if you would like to follow that. But as far as this channel, it's still going to be about my journey in Tanzania. It's still going to be about my healing journey, my wellness journey, and I will update maybe like in 6 months where I am, like when I get to my goal or closer to my goal. But if you want to see more like live, up to date on the journey, then follow this channel below. Anyway, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and I'm gonna show some before and afters because I think that's important for people to see, or maybe I'll add it in before. I don't know, I haven't figured out how I'm gonna edit this video, but yeah. So this image is me at my heaviest, and then this is me today. So yeah, anyways, peace and love, y'all. So